Shalom family. I was just going to do a quick video. I spoke to a king yesterday because I was kind of irritated with Israel. One thing about it is that when I went to the church, I could leave church and come home. I didn't have to deal with it if I didn't want to, practically. That's the mindset of a Christian. But in this walk, there is no walking away from it. You have to live in it. You have to walk in it every single day. And it can get exhausting with seeing the different things that goes on. And when I spoke to the king yesterday, to a king yesterday, I told him that I was talking about the protection post that I had put up about how who's supposed to protect us. Our men are the only men that tear us down and talk the worst about us. And he had brought me to the story about the man who who attempted to close down a Chinese nail salon because of the abuse that they were doing to the patrons. And no matter what that man did, when he got out of jail, he went back and we were still sitting up in there cheesing because that's how we do. And then they boycotted, and what did they do? They put wigs on sale for half off. And we was up in there deep. And he was like, how much is this man supposed to sacrifice for people who don't want, for women who don't want to be saved, who don't want to be protected? And I get that. And as he spoke to me, and I was listening to his words, I came to the thing of I asked him about the movie The Birth of a Nation, and there was a lot of people who didn't want to be saved in the midst of that too, but they didn't stop Nat Turner for doing what he did. And though he didn't, accomplish, a massive amount of whatever he was attempting to do, it did cause that ripple effect. That may have affected someone else, that maybe gave someone else the courage to do the right thing. The problem is that you have sisters like myself and like a lot of us daughters of Zion who want to be protected, who need protection, who need you. I don't ever want you kings to ever feel like we don't need you. We need you more than you actually understand. And though, a lot of us may not know it and a lot of us may not speak about it, we truly do. I became angry at a lot of us because we have a tendency of minimizing your value. You don't understand how valuable you are to us. You truly are. And there's no words that I can say that can describe what you are to us. But the thing is that I pray that one day y'all begin to start seeing value in us. There's a lot of stuff about us that we need to change, and I get that. The scriptures talk about a bit in a horse's mouth. It controls the whole animal. You turn the head, the body moves. So you know what? Y'all get in line. You'll be surprised what happens with us. I understand. Trust me. Some of us need to be told, shut up and sit down somewhere. I get that. I understand. Trust me. And you know what? You might be surprised. And that's my nose ring. I don't want you to think something in my nose. But you might be surprised. You tell that woman, shut up and sit down, and she'll get over there in that corner and be like, now that's my man right there. That's what I'm talking about. Some of us, I promise you, we need that. We lack that. It is needed. I promise you for that one. But I just wanted this video is practically for my sisters. I truly want y'all to understand, if we want to be protected, give that man something to want to protect. Give him something to want to secure. We have to give him something that he can find valuable. The thing is that a lot of times when I look at a lot of things on Facebook, I can't decipher whether it's a woman or a man that says it. That's why I put up the post about when we do things differently. It says the law of kindness should be in our mouth. So if the law of kindness is there, we do not rebuke and correct like a man. We don't have to. One thing I can say growing up, I grew up with a whole bunch of, and I want to throw this in there. The video I did with the black, I look kind of wicked in that one, but I promise you my words was pure, truly pure. But I was like, that video would look kind of rough. But I grew up with strong, very, very, very strong women. I grew up with my father, and I grew up with the women in my father's family, which is strong women, very strong women. I am so blessed to say that I carry the DNA of the people that birthed me. But the thing is that while I was growing up with my father, I saw how men are to be treated, how they should not be treated, and the struggles of their day. I understand when you say when the scriptures talk about a woman being a dripping faucet, and how, a silent and loving wife. What is it? A silent and loving wife is a gift of the Most High. And there's nothing better than a mind well instructed. I get that. I understand, because the only way we can truly understand how to be a helpmeet to you all is to be able to listen. And that's something we don't. One of the things I said in my post was, when a man wants to be heard, he yells. But when I want to be heard, I stay silent. And that's one thing I've learned in the moment when I was married and up until this point. When I was going through, when I was with my ex, and no matter how much I tried to rah back, when I got to the point where I got tired and I was wanting to run my mouth, he really didn't listen then. But you may tell you when he listened, when I stayed silent and I looked at him. Then he wanted to know what was going on in here, because it wasn't coming out of here. Because what comes out of here sometimes don't need to come. But as you sit there and you listening to what he's saying, and then he's wondering, what is she thinking? Then he wants to know what's going on in your mind. Scripture says to be wise as a serpent, but harmless as a dove. That's something that we need to learn how to perfect, so we can truly be that rib to that man. So I just want to, take time out. And again, that's my nose ring. I really want to take time out again to charge my sisters to do better. Charge, if you can, talk to each other, pull each other coattail, but do it with kindness. Love and kindness have I drawn thee. That's what the scripture says. So the way we do it should be differently. And the thing is that even if they don't receive it, you do it the way it's supposed to be done. I've come to learn that. Because it's all about the way you give it. You know what? You can say anything in the world to me. But it's a matter how you say it. That's the thing. You can tell me to kiss your butt in the sweetest way, and I wouldn't even know you offended me. But I'd be like, I think that heifer just told me to kiss her butt. But it's okay, because she did the doggone thing when she said it. That's what I'm saying. So I thought I would take time just to talk to my sisters and to explain to them, we walk with elegance. Remember, the scripture said that we were so delicate, our feet couldn't even touch the ground. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what we do. That's what we are. We're daughters of Zion, who is our Father. And we begin to walk in that greatness, walk in that being virtuous. You'll be surprised at things and how these kings will look at us differently. But kings, I must charge you as well. Again, the bit in the horse's mouth turns the whole body. You get in line, we follow. Give us something to want to follow too. That's all I'm saying. So thought I would take time out of my day. I was going to go ahead and do my thing for my open mic for tomorrow, but I did want to take time to say this. And again, the other video with the black, I was looking kind of crazy in it, but please forgive me. I won't ever do it again. So with that being said, I pray that you all stay as blessed, and I shall talk to you soon. Shalom.